And breaking overnight, deputies say a man opened fire, shooting 3 children who were trying to rob him.
And so we know those children are between 12 and 15 years old, so pretty young.
But wait, there's more.
Now, within the last 2 hours, I reached out to the Harris County Sheriff's Office. The PIO with them says they are checking on a few things regarding this investigation today. We do know currently they are processing several weapons that were recovered from the scene to see and really determine if they are real guns or BB guns.
Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, your NRA certification, multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you like channel, like content, want to do it, you can support me with the link. Everything's appreciated. And once again, be aware that comments on gun-related channels are being scrutinized, so they may be removed without notice. So just be aware that this is happening. Let's talk about this. And this is a story that's evolving and happened over Christmas. This is in North Harris County in Texas, which is the Houston area. Now, the way the story is being played out around midnight, around Christmas, and they call them teenagers, but they were ranging in age from 12 to 14, walked up on a man and attempted to rob him, brandishing what they said at the time were pistols. Allegedly, the man thought they were joking because of their ages. But he realized at some point that they're serious. So he drew his own gun and shot 3 of the 4 teens. The one that wasn't shot had fled the area along with 2 others, but one was seriously wounded and was at the scene. I want to go ahead and give you some information here so we can get up to speed.
Neighbors say they heard more than 10 gunshots, so they ran outside to find out what was going on. They tell me they were shocked when they realized just how young these children are. Investigators say this whole thing happened late last night, so on Christmas Day. They tell us that 3 to 5 kids who were aged 12 to 15 years old tried to rob a man by gunpoint right here in the parking lot, which is where those children live, according to neighbors. The man they were trying to rob, investigators say, got a gun and started shooting, hitting 3 of the children. Those children were then taken to the hospital and are still alive right now. But one child, who was only 12 years old, is in critical condition at the hospital as we speak.
He screamed out help, so I ran down there to, see what I could do to help him. And I took one look at his face, and I'm like, this is a baby. It's a child, and my mind went all over the place at that point.
Investigators tell us that the shooter in this case is cooperating with them. They tell us that he at this point has not been detained or charged with any crimes, but all of this remains under investigation.
Heard that and you saw that. There are so many issues here to unpack. Because once again, I've said this repeatedly, and other people have said this also, that this is not a gun problem. This is a cultural problem. Immediately, a first question comes into mind. Why a 12 and 14-year-old running around the streets at midnight? Where are the parents in this situation? Next issue is, once again, showing that gun control does not work, because there's some speculation over these firearms that these children, as they call them, I don't call them children because they were playing adult activities and they got adult consequences. But if these were real firearms, where did they come from? Because there's no state in the union that allows a child to have access to a handgun. So once again, there's no law that would have covered this. But there's also speculation that they use BB guns, which once again makes them even dumber as would-be criminals, because it's Texas. Most everybody is armed. Why would you take a chance like that? But it comes back to, once again, a cultural problem in our society, where these 12 and 14-year-olds took it upon themselves to go out with either real guns or fake guns, don't know for sure at this point in time, but either way, to attempt to rob somebody. Where did they get that idea from?
Of all things being Christmas, and this is a child, first thing come to my mind is, number one, where's the parents? Number two, if you got here with a gun, what are you doing out here with a gun?
There is no gun control on the planet that is going to prevent that situation from unfolding. Now, if there had been real guns, and I applaud the person who defended himself, because the trigger doesn't care who's pulling it. And they could have easily killed this person, if not for the fact that he was also armed and took matters into his own hands and took care of business. Now, as you heard, one of the teens is in critical condition, had to be basically operated on. The other two are basically okay, and the fourth one returned to the scene and was arrested. And the person who actually fired the gun is also cooperating with police. This is just a clear-cut case of self-defense. Whether they were real guns or not is irrelevant. It's the perceived danger at the point of contact that we have to deal with here. And this person decided that, I don't know what's going on here. It's the dark of night. These look like real guns. I'm going to do what I got to do. And once again, I cannot hold him at any fault regardless of the age of these children. And quite honestly, I have no sympathy in this situation for these idiots who thought that this was a good way to go. Maybe this will be the turning point in their lives when they say, maybe this is not the career choice that I want to make. And the fourth one, who managed to get away unscathed, maybe he needs to testify as to why this is not a good career choice or path to go down. But once again, a person defended themselves. I don't see any reason why he should be charged, but you never know. Houston is a very liberal part of Texas. You never know what's going to happen. And I'm still waiting to hear from the parents of these children. And somebody should be going knocking on their door and finding out what the hell's going on in their household. Because why you got these 12, 14-year-olds running around the streets at midnight doing very adult activities is beyond my scope of understanding, because I come from a very different generation. 12, 14 years old, I was in bed at 9 o'clock. But this day and age, you got teenagers running the streets committing all kinds of heinous crimes. And I wonder what they're going to do going forward as far as the justice system is concerned. Are they going to hold these children accountable? And what kind of charges could they bring on? And what kind of punishment could they honestly bring on these children? That's the problem. These children more than likely will get a slap on the wrist and take their wounds that they got from this guy and move on. And it's unfortunate because no consequences is going to lead to them getting bolder and bolder. And what is it going to take before somebody says, we need to get this under control? They're going to take someone else's life because they realize that doing it with fake guns, allegedly, leads to bad consequences. So let's up our game and let's go for the real thing. That's my deepest worry with these kind of stories. These kids are 12 to 14. They've already gone down the wrong path. And hopefully the so-called parents in this situation get a grip on their children. More than likely they won't. More than likely they'll scream victim and then start filing lawsuits. But we shall see as it goes forward. But I can't find any fault with what happened here as far as the reaction of the attempted victim in this matter, as he did what he thought was right, which I think anyone else would do, regardless of the age of the person who is trying to accost you. But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.